What's going on, boys? We got Thursday night football, Dallas Cowboys versus the New York Giants. Super excited about this matchup. Got two of the best receivers in football right now, taking on two of the top 15 quarterbacks in my eyes. Really great matchup here, not only for fantasy, but also for betting. So, super excited to get into it, boys. If you guys aren't subscribed to the channel, of course, Joe Froze. Subscribe to the channel. We got 86 subscribers. We're trying to get to 100, so I'd appreciate y'all if y'all drop a subscribe, drop a like, anything you can do to support the channel. I appreciate that. So let's get into it. First things first, boys, if you guys aren't in the Discord, of course, join the Discord. Absolutely free to join for free. I already posted 4 free picks for you boys in the Discord. So if you're not in the Discord, you're not eating. You're not getting the free subs, right? So if you guys want to get in there, join for absolutely free. I feed my free members all the time. But where the money really is at is in the VIP section. So here, obviously, you can see Sleeper. That's our big app here today. Now, I will say it's not a $500 deposit match anymore. That's what it used to be. It is a $100 deposit match. And why is this important? Well, first of all, I have a pick for you boys on Sleeper today. So I know a lot of you guys are on Sleeper, but if you're not already, I'm gonna have a crazy pick for you today. And if you guys sign up using my code JOEFROZE, you're gonna get that deposit match. As you can see, it's in the App Store. Sign up with code JOEFROZE. That's going to get you a free month in the VIP. So 4 weekends of college football, NFL, everything, boys. Everything for an entire month for you. So just sign up on Sleeper, code JOEFROZE. Same thing with the Chalkboard app. I'm going to give you a pick on Chalkboard as well. I don't have a little banner for it here, but it's the same thing as Sleeper. Sign up, code JOEFROZE. Going to get a $100 deposit match on that, and it's going to get you a free month in the VIP. Now, how do I know that you did this? Just go in the comment section and comment done, or just comment that you're finished, basically that you signed up using my code, and I'll add you to the VIP. It's that simple, boys. Really is. So that's pretty much all I got in terms of that. So guys, before we get into the picks, I wanted to show you my fantasy team really quick. In this paid league, I have him in a couple leagues, but in this paid league I started out 0-3, guys. Not great. I started out 0-3, and as you can see here, my team is Sam Darnold, Matt Stafford. I had Deshaun Watson, but I just traded for Sam Darnold. I have Matt Stafford, Devon Achane, Jordan Mason, CeeDee Lamb, and Tyreek Hill, Dalton Schultz, Brian Thomas, Iosivas, and then Tutu Atwell. And then these are my bench guys. So you might be wondering, how the fuck do I have CeeDee Lamb and Tyreek Hill? Originally, I had traded Malik Neighbors, Aaron Jones, and Malik Neighbors, Aaron Jones, and Jalen Warren. I think Jalen Warren for Jahmyr Gibbs. And that kind of fucked me over pretty much in the long run. So what I had ended up doing was trading for, here it is. Here's the trade. So I traded Marvin Harrison Jr., Keon Coleman, Tyjae Spears, and Deshaun Watson for Sam Darnold, Jordan Mason, and Brian Thomas Jr. So you might think I got fleeced here, but guys, Sam Darnold has been a top 5 fantasy quarterback, and he's leading the MVP race right now. He leads the league in passing touchdowns, and he hasn't slowed down. He played the 49ers, beat the 49ers, and he beat the Texans as well, did the same thing, 4 passing touchdowns. So I loved what I had here, and Jordan Mason as well. Jordan Mason was also great. He's been great these last couple of weeks. All I had to give up was Marvin Harrison. Tyjae Spears, I don't really, have a lot of value in him. Keon Coleman, it was a little bit tough to get rid of him, but honestly, I see Brian Thomas as a wide receiver 1 in that offense. So I think I got 3 really good players, and I really feel like I won this trade, boys. Let me know what you guys think. I feel like I won this trade here. But anyways, after that, I was in talks with this other guy. I was trying to get Drake London and Justin Fields to improve my other quarterback position. The talks they fell through. So what ended up happening is I wanted to buy low on some good players. So what I did is I sent out a trade request to this guy, and now I traded Jahmyr Gibbs for Tyreek Hill straight up, and he took it. He took Jahmyr Gibbs, and now I have Tyreek Hill and CeeDee Lamb on my team. It would have been nice to keep Jahmyr Gibbs, but now I have Devon Achane, Jordan Mason, who are both kind of RB1s. Devon Achane definitely RB1. He's a top 3 running back. Jordan Mason I can see is like a low to mid-end like running back 1. He's had 2 great weeks, as you can see, 22 fantasy points, 17, then 10. His matchup against New England is going to be really good. I know they have a pretty decent running defense, but I mean, he's going to be at RB1 production. And I still have CeeDee Lamb. I'm going to have Tyreek Hill, who's regardless, he's gonna get fantasy points. I know he hasn't had two good games, but I feel like I really did win this trade, to be honest. Jahmyr Gibbs, obviously, he is a great player, a lot of fantasy upside. But guys, he's splitting carries with David Montgomery, who's also like a top 10 running back in fantasy right now. And I already have two great running backs, so I didn't really need. I mean, he was expendable, and I already traded for him anyway, so I view him as kind of like an accessory. And obviously, I'm 0-3, so I need to make risks, right? So I traded for Tyreek Hill. Yeah, boys, let me know what you think of the team. I don't think it's too amazing right now. Basically, if I could just get people to start coming back healthy, like Mark Andrews, I might start him. Let me know what you guys think if I should start Mark Andrews or not. Right now, I have Dalton Schultz starting at tight end. Brian Thomas, obviously my receiver 3. Would have been nice to have Malik Neighbors, but I never would have gotten Tyreek Hill if I didn't trade Malik Neighbors. So, I mean, I don't know. Malik Neighbors is like a top 3 wide receiver right now in my eyes. But, oh well. ELC Bus is also pretty good. He's had the last really good 2 games. So, I don't know, guys. Let me know what you think about that. But without further ado, let's get into the picks. I've been stalling for enough time. I have a couple for you boys today, a lot of them. First, let's start out with the better picks. I got Cam Ward, Isaiah Horton, Daniel Jones, Malik Neighbors all over. Doing the rocket boost on Cam Ward here. My favorite college football quarterback right now. Love Cam Ward. That passing yards booster it's a really fair line. 358, especially against Virginia Tech. They're favored by -16, I believe, against Virginia Tech. Horton, we saw, got a shit ton of catches last week over Restrepo, and Jacoby Jones did jack. So Horton is probably one of my favorite picks for this weekend, and that game starts tomorrow on Friday. Gonna pair it up with Daniel Jones here, 202 passing yards over, and Malik Neighbors over a 23-yard catch, over a 24-yard catch. I think this is definitely possible. They just hit for us last weekend, as we know. If I go into my dubs here, they literally just hit for us last weekend. I'll show you here. Here it is. No, wrong one. Sorry, boys. Daniel Jones, Malik Neighbors, they both went over. Daniel Jones can get 200 passing yards, and Malik Neighbors can go off at any time. As we can see, a 28-yard catch. Cowboys defense has not been great. We've seen this last couple weeks. Without Dan Quinn, they're not really that great, boys. They really aren't. So I like this first one. The second one is going to be same thing. Daniel Jones, Malik Neighbors. This time we're boosting Dan Jones. His boost hit last week. Now he just needs a little bit more yardage this week against the Cowboys. Yeah, I definitely do feel like the Cowboys are going to win this game. They do have a chip on their shoulder. They're not playing too great. But I feel like the Giants are going to keep it interesting. Their offense has been clicking. And they've been getting some positive momentum. Pairing up with Malik Neighbors, obviously. Guys, Malik Neighbors is... he's the next Justin Jefferson. Okay, that's all I have to say. He's the next Justin Jefferson from the same school. He has 23 receptions in his first 3 games. That leads anybody ever in their first 3 games as a rookie, right? So he's on trajectory to have a Justin Jefferson type rookie season. He's playing with Dan Jones. Obviously, Dan Jones is going to have to pass to somebody. He literally just had 12 targets last game, Malik Neighbors. So if we look at Malik Neighbors right now in fantasy, these are his stats last couple games. He's the number 1 wide receiver in fantasy, and I traded him away. I traded him away to a guy who has Justin Jefferson already, and Nico Collins, and Rashid Shaheed. Yeah, I fucked up, didn't I? I really did fuck up. And I gave him Aaron Jones for Jahmyr Gibbs. And he has Brock Purdy and Caleb Williams. I mean, not great quarterbacks. Brock Purdy's probably going to carry him. And Brock Bowers and Sam Laporta, dude. I really fucked up trading away. I traded away so much for Jahmyr Gibbs. That was a big mistake. I'm trying to bounce back here, but Malik Neighbors, obviously, as you can see, he's the number 1 fantasy wide receiver right now. He had literally 12 targets last game, 18 targets the game before. He's been getting at least 8 receptions since then, so I don't think this is an issue of him getting the right amount of receptions. He's going to get at least 6 or 7 receptions. So I love this one. Pairing it up with Hoover and Betch on TCU. They just hit on us for the boost last weekend as well. I can show you here in the Dubs tab. They literally just hit for us last weekend, so I'm going to go back to them again if I can show you guys here. As you can see, Josh Hoover, Jack Betch, and yeah, boys, I mean, what are we doing here? What are we doing? We're going back to the people that hit for us. We're going back to what we know is true. So this 4-man, I love it. I absolutely love it. Put a unit on each of these boys, 25 to win 500 each. We hit 6 of them last weekend. I'm trying to do more. I'm trying to beat it, okay? I think we can do it, and we can end out September the right way, okay? Next slip. Next slip. We got a sleeper discount, $10 max entry on this one for myself. If you guys aren't on sleeper, obviously I gave you the promo code JOEFROZE. CeeDee Lamb discounted to 58.5 receiving yards. Pairing it up with Dak Prescott over 1.5 passing touchdowns. That's a gimme on that one. Pairing up with Chalkboard, Xavier Restrepo this time. Obviously, I told you Isaiah Horton, my favorite player on that offense right now. Restrepo's still going to get his receptions, boys. We saw last game, he barely had like 2 receptions for like, I don't know, like 20 yards in the first half, and then he just went off. And he got his receptions. He's always going to get his receptions. That's Cam Ward's favorite target, no matter the scenario. So, really love this slip as well. 7.95x, obviously not the best payout here, but I'm still going to take it. We have to do something for this discount. I'm going to take most, if not all the discounts I'm going to take on sleeper. So yeah, so locking this one in. $10 max entry on this one as well. One more slip for you boys. Chalkboard. Same thing as sleeper. Code JOEFROZE if you guys want to sign up. Isaiah Horton over 44.5 receiving yards. Cam Ward 2.5 passing touchdowns. So I'm basically giving you guys kind of like the same picks. But really, what else is there to bet on in this game, boys? Like, I mean, this is really the bet. If this is a shootout, all these slips are gonna hit, and we're gonna be sitting laughing at the bank, right? So CeeDee Lamb over 6.5 receptions, that's almost free. Dak Prescott over a passing yards, that's literally free. He will get over a passing yard, obviously. And the 2 college guys, I mean, guys, this is how we print money. This is really how we print money. So I'm feeling good. If we want to look at CeeDee Lamb here, we can check it out here too. 10 targets, 7 targets, 7 targets. As we know, the 4 receptions isn't great, but he did play against 2 great defenses in New Orleans and Baltimore. Now the Giants, if we see the first 3 weeks, really good defenses that he's playing against here. Great defenses, rather. And he's still producing fantasy points. I feel like he's going to get fed here against the Giants. Obviously, nowhere near as good as defenses as these top 3. I feel like he's going to get fed this game. He really is. He's going to have his really big breakout game of the season. Obviously, against New Orleans, he did kind of have his game. But, guys, we've seen CeeDee Lamb go for like 30, 40 fantasy points before. I feel like if he is going to do it, this is the game. So mark my words when you come back to this video, when you're watching this video right now, mark my words, CeeDee Lamb, I have him in fantasy. I'm going to be taking all of his overs today. Mark my words. So CeeDee Lamb, going to get over 6.5 receptions. And this is the slip that we're doing it with. So I'm feeling good about today's slate, boys. If you guys want to get in VIP, use code JOEFROZE when you sign up on Sleeper or Chalkboard. One more thing, if you guys aren't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel, join the community, like the video, share the post with your friends. If you guys need fantasy advice, if you guys want some betting slips for the games, that's all I do, boys. That's all I do. So I'm excited to watch the games tonight. Probably going to go out to eat, watch the games, and I'll be checking my phone the entire time. So again, join the Discord, guys, and yeah, I'll recap tomorrow when the picks hit, and see you, boys. Good luck tonight.